Good morning, y'all. So it's August 28th. It's a Wednesday. Of course, 2024, just after 8 o'clock. And my voice still sounds terrible, but it is what it is. I think it's allergies, hopefully. We are pretty much in open water right now on our way to Victoria, Canada. And if you look off into the distance, I do not know why I cannot zoom with this camera right at the moment, but anyway, there's mountains over there, way over there. Nothing over there or behind us. So I just wanted to touch base. So we have a lot to work out apparently still and talk about, and that's okay. It's like, can we both put our hurt feelings aside? Can people forgive? Can they just move forward? Some people can't, and I am working hard to try not to be one of those people, because a lot of stuff happened that, for one, we both didn't really truly know what we were getting into. It was kind of a rush thing. We, didn't take that time that we probably should have. Two, on his side, he allowed his one friend, well, he has many, but this one particular friend and influences of his family to get involved and make decisions for the relationship, which when that started happening, I began to lose who I was, and it's like, at first I kind of went along and just to keep peace, and it just became more and more and more, to the point where that one particular friend would show up unannounced, and even he got upset about it, but yet he didn't want to address it, because he didn't want to upset that friend. And I had it to where that particular friend would come over unannounced. He's at work, I'm home, sometimes asleep, and it wasn't cool. And I finally started to say something. The house, I work full time, he works full time. There were 2 adult children living there. There's still an adult child living there. And they were 98.7% the ones who made the messes, because we were at work, or he went with me to go to UCSF for my appointments. We come back, I clean the house at 2 o'clock in the morning, up until 2 o'clock in the morning, because we have to leave by 3. And I come back in the house, it's just a complete disaster again. And I'm left with, okay, a couple times, yes, but it kept happening. So I started getting a little like, no, this is not okay, and this is where things started to go south. And I found out that it's still continuing, so obviously it wasn't me. Maybe I could have handled it and not get so upset about dirty dishes every day. It's not just 1 or 2. It was like all of the dirty dishes, to the point where they were falling out of the sink. So I know I'm going to complain in this one just a little bit. I'm going to try not to, but I'm just looking back, because we kind of had this little talk yesterday, and either he forgot how things were, or he just doesn't care. And I'm hoping it's not the latter, but it's like, on this cruise to relax, enjoy, reset my mind, and maybe talk things out to where they're not left like they were. And we make great headway, but there's just some things that are not going to change. So therefore, if we do decide to go down that road again, it'll never be a living situation. Maybe, like a long distance short because we'll be living closer together than I was when we first met, but not together. And maybe it'll just be friends. You know, maybe that's the best way there, but I mean, we both have strong feelings for each other, and we both still love each other, and I just don't know what, you know. But like I said in the beginning, it's like, can 10 people at all set their differences aside when there's been a rift and try and fix that rift? I mean, obviously it's been done before because we now have allies, per se, where we used to have enemies, you know. So now when war happens or whatnot, I wouldn't say War of the Roses, but when war happens, these allies who were once our enemies, country-wise, now come help instead of, you know, back in the day. So there is a possibility, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. Not gonna overthink it, like I tend to overthink. But anyway, these are just the ramblings of myself trying to get thoughts out of my head so they're not swimming up there and causing mayhem. You know, sadness or whatever. But today is a beautiful sunny day. Not a cloud in the sky. Kind of see the sun right there somewhere. And the time went ahead an hour. So when we got to a certain point, I think it was 2 o'clock in the morning, time went ahead. And then coming back, we're heading to Victoria again. We will not be there for another 12 hours. And then going up, time went back an hour. So the sleep, getting used to that is okay. The boat was rocking a bit yesterday, so I kind of got a little seasick again. And yeah, so hopefully this voice is just from allergies. But this is the first actual real sunny day that we've had since being on the cruise. Yesterday was partly sunny, it was beautiful. I think I catch again, but yeah, we'll see what Victoria holds. I've never been to Canada, but we got to have our passports ready. We have already done the customs form for Canada. That was turned in yesterday. Everybody has to have that when if they get off the ship, and yeah, so it should be fun. But those thoughts were bothering me, and I'm awake. He's still sleeping. Yeah, so I mean, it's been a really nice trip so far. We've gone along. We really got along pretty well up until, I'd say, 4 or 5. Well, no, it'd probably be about 6 months ago when yeah, got 2 adult kids and living there. But now the one adult child is working full time. The other one doesn't want to do anything but make messes and or help out around or anything like that. And then his friend is just a jerk, I guess. That's the most polite thing to say on here, but but he tends to talk down to women a lot. And I found out that his previous, my ex's previous 2 relationships were torn apart by his friend. So, you know, if we could salvage anything, fine. If not, then I know that this will continue with the next ones, if there are next ones. But, you know, I know what I want. I know I do not want to be subjected to what I was for a while, but I'm also the type of person to forgive and to give another chance when warranted. So if we can come to terms, work things out, fine. If not, fine. I'm okay, you know. And another thing too is, like, I got a text when we were in Ketchikan about my one job with the caregiving position, and oh, when you get back from your trip, you're going to go from 4 overnight shifts, which are 4 12-hour shifts, down to 1, because we needed to bring in a team lead for this. And I'm like, a team lead is something that, or a position that is typically filled for a day shift. I'm like, you're taking me from full-time, a little over full-time, to barely working there. So I sent text back, and this sent my anxiety level completely up to the point where I could hardly enjoy yesterday, but I did my best. And then the owner texts back and says, well, I may have these other shifts. You can work this, and they already know about the other job. I can't work during the day part because I have my other job. I can only do overnights. They want to put me on a day shift there. It's like, no. So now I'm like, okay, I really like working with the company. I really like taking care of the clients there. But I also have to take care of myself. And if I'm going to get my own place again, I need to be working. So my ex calmed me down and it's like, are you able to do anything about it now, out on the water? No, I'm not. Currently, I have no service at the moment. He's like, are you able to call? Are you able to go into the office right now? No, I am not. Are you going to allow it to ruin the rest of your trip and stress you out and hurt your heart and everything like that? No, I am not. So what I'm trying to say with that is we can only control what is within our own power at the moment. There is absolutely nothing I can do. So the only thing I can do is choose to enjoy the rest of this trip, not think about it, and hopefully they'll put me back to full-time status, or I find a different company to go work overnights with. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, I know this is getting a little long, and do check out my shorter shorts. Please, if you've gone this far, please like, subscribe, give a thumbs up, and do continue to watch these longer videos, because not only does it help me when I go and I look back at them, but maybe it can help somebody else who's struggling or going through the same thoughts and experiences that I'm going through. Okay, well, I'm gonna go get some breakfast, and yeah, you have a beautiful, beautiful day wherever you are. Bye.